Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I hope that you are all good. In today's video we are going to be doing a set of Valentine's nails using the Btartbox X Coat Gel tips. I absolutely love these for an easy set of nails, and this particular red collection that I actually got at Christmas I thought would be perfect for Valentine's. Now, I will leave a link in the description box below to the Btartbox website and the name of these particular tips because I can't remember them off the top of my head. I do also have a discount code for Btartbox which gets you 10% off as well. So I thought I would show how I like to apply these to get these to last really well on my nails. So whether you're doing this as a nail tech or somebody who's just doing their own nails, I find it really good to go in and do good cuticle prep first of all to get these to last really well. So I'm taking my cuticle pusher, which is from KNS, which you can purchase at Kiki London. I do also have a discount code for this which I'll leave in the description box below as well. But I love this particular cuticle pusher simply for pushing back all that living tissue that you don't want to remove off the nail, and then also scraping off all that dead skin and cuticle that's growing up the nail plate. Then for a really thorough application, for example, if you haven't done your nails in a little while, or if you're a biter or picker, sometimes your cuticles can be quite hard and overgrown. I like to go in with this one. This one is a little bit sharper, so as you can see it really scrapes off that dead skin that's around the cuticle line, and if you remove this then your nails last so much better because as this grows up the nail plate, if you've got a nail or gel over the top, it starts causing that gel to lift. So I like to thoroughly remove all of this using both those cuticle tools, and as you can see here it just literally lifts it off so effortlessly, and then you've got a rectangular angled end on the other side, so you can just flip it around and scrape that off. It kind of cuts anything off that's really stuck onto the nail plate because it is quite sharp. You can also come in and use cuticle nippers if you've got kind of like hangnails and things like that you want to get rid of as well, but for a really thorough prep I like to go in and do that first of all. And then I picked up this little etching tool from Amazon. Again, I'll leave it linked in the description box below, but this basically comes with disposable pads, and these are, I think these are 180 grit, and you stick them on to the end of the metal tool, and then I like to just go in circular motions and etch the nail plate. Now I do this really gently, especially if it's a 180 grit buffer or file, sorry, that's on the end of the tool, because you want to be quite gentle when you are working on the natural nail plate. Now on the other end of this it does have a kind of like a cuticle tool effectively to help remove any dead skin, but I didn't find it too great and I had a little hangnail there, so I prefer to use my cuticle nippers for that. But yeah, the etching tool end of it is really fab, so I like to just go over using circular motions over the entire nail. You want to just go over the entire nail once. You don't want to kind of be going over the same spot repeatedly because you want to be quite gentle on your natural nails. But this really is, I find it a lot easier than using a large file or buffer just because it's quite small. You can get right down in to the corners around the sidewalls and things like that. It's a little tricky obviously when you're doing prep on your own nails, but this makes it nice and effortless. So I'm just going to do this on all the nails. I'm not working as quick as what it shows in the video. I have sped this up a little bit. I'm being quite gentle and kind of watching that I ain't going over those same spots. So once we've done that and removed the shine from the nails, I give them a good scrub with some alcohol. This is going to clean, sanitize and remove all of that dust, and then I like to go in once again with the rounded cuticle pusher to push back all that living tissue that we're leaving on the skin, but I'm really pushing it back from the nail plate so that we've got a nice large area to work on. This way we can get our tips nice and close to that cuticle line and even kind of gently tuck them under, and then when they're growing out it basically makes them look like they're lasting for longer, so it's like a longer time until you start noticing the regrowth. So then out of the red nail tips, I went for this really bright red set. And as you can see, I'm just sizing them up on my natural nails, just checking which sizes fit best. If you can't find a perfect fit, then it's always best to go a little bit bigger and you can file the nails to make them fit perfectly. But there is a huge selection of sizes on there, so I don't really have too much trouble finding the perfect fit. I've then set up my Btartbox light ready to cure the nails, and then we're going to come in and just prime the natural nail plate before we apply our tips. Now with the Btartbox tips, the X coat ones have primer base coat in one, so you don't actually need to prime. It's personal preference that I like to, but you don't need to apply a base coat either. So you can just come in and straight away apply them. Now they have several different gels available on their website to apply them with. This one happens to be my favorite. This is their solid glue gel. There is even a thicker gel compared to this one, but I do really like this one. It's thick enough that it really grabs on to the natural nail, and you're able to nudge that tip around, get it into place before popping it into cure without having to worry about holding it down. I do then like to just hold it whilst it's curing, especially at first, just to make sure I don't knock it or move it out of place or anything like that. But then as you can see, I cured that in the little light and it is fully cured on. It is recommended to cure these for 30 seconds. The light, this particular little Btartbox light, it does have a 30-second cure function. I do still like to go in and fully cure the whole hand in my main LED light, but if you don't have one of those, then just make sure you're curing each nail for the full 30 seconds in the smaller Btartbox light. Obviously this way you're having to do one nail at a time, but it's there if you haven't got a larger lamp. Say for example, if you're not a nail tech and you just buy this kit to do your own nails, the light will fully cure them. So as you can see, I apply a small amount of gel down at that cuticle area, line it up and press it down, and you can kind of see the gel flowing up the nail. This one I probably applied a little bit less. I could have done with a little bit more gel on this particular one. It's probably also best to go in with a little bit more than you think you need than a little bit less, because you can clean off any gel that does seep out from the edges of the tip just using a little bit of alcohol on a nail art brush. That way you're not going to have any cured gel. So if you cure it off before popping the nails in to cure, it's a lot easier to wipe off than trying to remove it after it's cured. On the thumbnail or any larger nails, you are going to need a little bit more gel. So kind of the more you do your own nails especially, you'll learn how much gel you need, because the gel only needs to cover your natural nail plate surface. So you'll see here I pressed it down and there was a little bit too much, so I'm pulling the nail very slightly away from the cuticle area, wiping off that excess gel and then pushing it back into place. They are all fully cured on, so we're then ready to go in and just file off the little tab that's on the edge from where you've removed them from the sheet. You can also file these to change the shape if you wanted to, but I wouldn't necessarily recommend doing that on ones where you've got a coloured tip, as you are going to obviously affect how the French shape looks. But for example, some of the solid colour Btartbox tips I've had, I've filed them to change the length or shape ever so slightly if needed. The great thing about these tips is they are available in lots of different lengths and then lots of different shapes as well. So you've got round, square, coffin. These are the short, I think these are either short or medium almond. I can't remember off the top of my head. They might be medium actually, but you can get them in longer and shorter lengths, which is great as well. I do also then like to come in with my buffer, just using the 100 grit side around that cuticle area. This kind of thins the tip out ever so slightly, so that again it blends it into your cuticle area a little bit more, and it makes it look more seamless, especially as the nails grow out. Again, it kind of just helps them look fresher for longer because you won't notice that regrowth as quickly. So I'm just very gently doing this. You do want to be careful that you're not filing or buffing over the red part of the nail or whatever colour you've gone for, as it will buff that off or file that off. You can, it's obviously going to take a little bit, but don't want to be over buffing that area. So I'm also just angling my file so it's just focusing on that cuticle area, which you can see because that's the area that's gone quite matte. I'm then going to make sure to give them a good clean. So I'm taking some alcohol, really wiping over the surface of them to remove that dust from buffing, and just look how beautiful these look. They are so solid and strong, which I absolutely love, but I also love that they don't look like a set of press-on nails because they've got a really nice apex to them. They look like a sculpted or tip gel extensions. Now these do already look quite Valentines because they have the red tips, but of course I wanted to come in and just add a hint of stamping. So I'm going to be using the Valentine's O2 plate from Miss Lucy UK. I do also have a discount code for Miss Lucy, which I'll leave in the description box below, but I just wanted to add on this cute little heart squiggle on 2 of the nails. So I went for the ring finger because of course Valentine's Day, engagement, wedding ring finger, I thought it looked cute, but then I also popped it down on the thumb as well because I like to have a little bit of nail art on my thumb now, to be honest. So as you can see, I'll talk through the steps on how to stamp on the next one, but how cute does this look? This kind of like champagne gold color over the red tip just looked super cute. And I do love to add a little bit of nail art, although a French looks classic, it's nice to add something over the top of it. So I'm going to give my plate a good clean with some acetone, apply a generous amount of stamping polish to cover the entire image, scrape away the excess, and then I've just done a quick flick of the wrist with my stamper to pick up that image. I then like to go in with my lint roller to remove any excess image. I always find it easier to remove the image from the stamper rather than having to remove it once it's already stamped down. And then I kind of was just deciding what way round to do this heart, because technically you could wear it either way, but I decided to go for this way. And then I'm just going to line that up and press straight down, a quick little wriggle from side to side, and then I'm going to pull off. And just how cute does that look? Now the great thing about the X-Coat tip system is they do come with a builder gel and top coat with the tips, and the idea here is this gonna apply a layer of builder gel over the top of the gel tips, is gonna strengthen them, and again it gives off that sculpted gel look as well. It looks like you've had a set of nails done at the salon rather than just sticking on a set of press-on nails, which I absolutely love. And I really love how this reinforces the strength of them as well. When I'm wearing them, it feels like I'm wearing a full set of hard gel or acrylics, and they last. I change my nails often, obviously, because I do nails for videos, but these last really well. I do them on my daughter's nails and she gets a good 2-3 weeks wear easily out of them. She'll end up changing them because of the growth and wanting a fresh set, but she gets a really good wear out of them. I have worn them for 2-3 weeks myself when I've not been doing as much content on my own nails, like over Christmas, for example. I think I'd done a set, I think it was Christmas, I'm not sure now, but I've definitely had times when I've kept them on and I've got a good 2-3 weeks wear out of them, and then they're really easy to remove as well. I'll snip off the tips, so I'll snip them down to my natural nail length, and then I'll file over them to remove the top coat and the builder gel. This is then going to make the soak off in acetone a lot quicker, as then the acetone only has to soak off the nail tip rather than the top coat and the builder gel. So just filing them off with either my e-file or a 100 grit file, I'll just file down to the tip and then soak them off, and they soak off nice and easily. But yeah, they are a fabulous alternative to getting your nails done, or if you're wanting to do your nails at home. Even as a nail tech, I really struggle to use my non-dominant hand to do my other hand. So for example, if I'm doing a full set of acrylics, I'll really struggle to do the other hand. So this is a great, quick and easy way of getting your own nails done. So I'm just going to apply this layer of builder gel to all of the nails. I like to do my 4 fingers first, cure those, and then do my thumb separately when it comes to applying builder gel. And that is just because it's a little bit thicker. You don't want the application to go uneven. So I just come in. Now, like I said, it is a little bit thicker than, say, a gel polish or a top coat. So if you're not familiar with builder gel, it might feel a little different to apply. But you just want to take a small amount on your brush and then just evenly coat the entire nails. Cure that for 60 seconds and then we're ready to come in and top coat. So the top coat is a lot of a thinner consistency, and it has a beautiful high shine to it. It also really helps. I've not got any chipping when I wear this top coat, so I come in, apply a thin coat to the entire nail, and then just very carefully cap the free edge. You only want to cap it gently because obviously you've gone in with a layer of builder gel, so that is also protecting the free edge from any chipping anyway, and you also don't want to add too much bulk there. But yeah, I feel as though this gives off that beautiful high shine finish, and then it helps prevent any staining and chipping issues as well. Now when it comes to doing your nail art, you can either do your nail art straight on top of the tips, or you can do your builder gel first and then your nail art is sandwiched between the builder gel and the top coat. So if you like to change up your nail designs on a regular basis, I would actually recommend doing the stamping after the builder gel, because then that way you could always, if you wanted to do something different, you could file off the top coat and your nail art, go in and do new nail art, and then come in and top coat. But I always, if I know that I'm wearing the set for a little while, or if I'm doing it for content, then I will just do my stamping or my water decals, foils, whatever it is you're doing. I'll do it straight over the tips, and then I'll come in, apply my builder gel and then my top coat, and just look at the shine on these. So after you've applied that top coat, again, you want to cure for 60 seconds. And I just love how the French looks on these. Again, because the French is already done for you, it really speeds up the process and you get that really nice consistent look throughout all of the nails. I always like to come in and apply a generous amount of cuticle oil just to really soften and nourish the cuticles. I wiped off the excess, and then this was the finished result. So I thought they looked super cute. I really loved how they turned out. I love this shape and size of the Btartbox tips especially. I just feel as though they still look quite natural, but they just look super cute, and an almond is my absolute favorite shape as well. So yeah, I really hope you all enjoyed today's video and picked up some tips and tricks if you are looking to try out full cover gel press on nails. If you are, I would really recommend the Btartbox ones. Out of all the ones I've tried, these are my absolute favorites. And then yeah, so thank you all so much for watching today's video. If you did enjoy it, please do give the video a thumbs up. Let me know how you're all doing in the comments below. Thank you for all of the recent love and subscribers from my recent videos. I'm really getting back into the swing of trying to get more videos up on my channel, so thank you for those who are tuning in. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Lots of love. Take care. Bye bye.